Love on the 7 train, New York City, a city teeming with life, pulsating with energy, where dreams took shape in the alleys of ambition and love stories unfurled amidst the cacophony of its streets. And in this urban symphony, our love story found its rhythm, a melody played out on the 7 train. It all began on a crisp autumn morning, the sun casting long shadows across the city. I was a young and aspiring photographer trying to capture the essence of the city through my lens, and she was a brilliant architect with dreams of designing skyscrapers that would touch the sky. Fate brought us together on that day when the 7 train decided to be anything but mundane. I stepped into the subway car, my camera slung across my shoulder, lost in thoughts of the perfect shot. And there she was, standing by the door, a vision in a crimson dress amidst a sea of drab commuters. Her auburn hair framed her face like a halo, and her eyes sparkled with curiosity. She was reading a book, so engrossed in her world that she didn't notice my clumsy attempt to maneuver through the crowd. As the train jolted to life and started its journey underground, fate conspired against us. A sudden lurch sent me stumbling toward her, and in a desperate attempt to regain my balance, I ended up knocking her book out of her hands. Pages fluttered like confetti, and we both bent down to pick them up. Our hands touched, and in that electric moment, I felt a connection unlike anything I had ever experienced. "I'm so sorry," I stammered, still holding on to her hand. She looked up, her emerald eyes meeting mine, and she smiled, a smile that could melt the hardest of hearts. "No worries, accidents happen." We managed to collect the scattered pages and arrange them back in her book. I couldn't help but steal glances at her, and she seemed equally intrigued by me. The train rattled on, and it was as if the world had faded away, leaving just the two of us in that subway car. We started talking about everything and nothing, our dreams, our favorite books, our love for the city. The conversation flowed effortlessly, as if we had known each other for a lifetime. By the time we reached her stop, I couldn't bear the thought of saying goodbye. "Would you like to grab a coffee sometime?" I blurted out, trying to hide the desperation in my voice. She hesitated for a moment, and I felt my heart sink. But then she smiled that enchanting smile again. "Sure, I'd like that." We exchanged numbers, and as she stepped off the train, I couldn't help but feel that my life had taken an unexpected turn, a turn for the better. Our first coffee date turned into countless more. We explored the city together, capturing its essence through my camera, and discussing architecture through her expert eyes. Every moment with her felt like a snapshot in time, each one etched in my memory. As the seasons changed, so did our relationship. We fell in love against the backdrop of a city that never slept, our hearts beating in sync with its rhythm. We laughed, we cried, and we built a life together, all the while cherishing the serendipitous meeting on the 7 train that had brought us together. One cold winter evening, with snowflakes swirling around us, I decided to take her to the very spot where we first met. We stood on the subway platform, waiting for the 7 train, our breath visible in the frigid air. "You remember this place?" I asked, trying to contain my excitement. She nodded, her eyes sparkling with nostalgia. "Of course, this is where it all began." As the train approached, I reached into my coat pocket and pulled out a small box. I opened it to reveal a sparkling engagement ring. "Will you make this place even more special by marrying me?" I asked, my heart pounding. Tears welled up in her eyes as she gazed at the ring. "Yes," she whispered, her voice trembling. "1,000 times, yes." The other commuters on the platform erupted into applause as I slipped the ring onto her finger, sealing our love in that underground world where our paths had first crossed. We got married in the heart of the city we loved, surrounded by friends and family. The skyline served as a breathtaking backdrop to our vows, a testament to the dreams that brought us together and the love that kept us intertwined. Years passed, and our love only grew stronger. We designed a life together as vibrant and diverse as the city itself, filled with laughter, adventures, and the kind of love that only happens once in a lifetime. As we celebrated our anniversary one sunny afternoon in Central Park, I looked at the woman I had met on the 7 train all those years ago. Our love story had been strange and special, a beautiful accident in the bustling chaos of New York City, and I couldn't have wished for anything else. The end